Welcome everybody to Sunday Soul Service. I love this class. This is one of my favorite classes that I teach, partly because it's the beginning of the week. So for me, it sets the entire tone for my week. It's where I announce the intention that I've set for the week. But also I just like the power flow that we do on Sundays. So if you're new to this class, this is a flow class, so we do a lot of movement. You see I have a little bit of water just in case I need it. We will heat up the body and flow. Do what you can, don't push yourself beyond where you are right now. The great thing about practicing from home is that there's nobody else for you to compare yourself to. So this is your practice. And so I'm trusting that you know what's safe for your body and that you won't push yourself beyond your limits. So if you are using the playlist that I provided, you can go ahead and start that playlist now. And we're actually going to start in Tadasana. So if you can stand up, come to the top of your mat, bring your feet about hip distance apart. I'm going to go ahead and take my glasses off because I know we're going to get a little bit sweaty as we start to move. But go ahead and bring your feet about hip distance apart. Bring your hands to your heart. And just begin kind of gently rocking forward and backward, maybe side to side. Trying to find balance on all four corners of your feet. So as you sway forward and backward, side to side, you can feel what it feels like when you're leaning in one direction or another direction. Because our goal is to be able to find the center. So you just keep gently swaying until you feel as though you've found that center for yourself. And when you have, you can still that movement. The intention for this week's practice is distance. That's a word we've all been hearing over and over and over again during self-quarantine. But the way that I would invite us to think about distance is not about physical distance or even emotional, social distance, but about the distance between the past and the future. When I think about that distance, that is what I call the present. It's the distance between the past and the future. It's this moment right here that we're in. And yoga invites us to bring our minds into our bodies and be in the present. So I invite you now, before we begin any movement, to set an intention for your practice. Closing your eyes, bowing your head, connecting with your heart. Your intention could be connected to our group intention of distance. What is the distance that you're trying to travel today? But it could be any intention that means something to you and that will help guide your practice today. And together we'll start our practice with 2 collective breaths. As always, even though we practice in different spaces, we can breathe together. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out. Deep inhale through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out. And I invite you for your practice today to utilize the Yogic Breath, the Ujjayi breath. If you're not familiar, we'll begin by inhaling through the nose. And then when you exhale through the mouth, you open the mouth as though you're trying to fog a mirror, feeling the back of the throat constrict. Again, inhaling through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out as though you're fogging a mirror. And now, next time after you inhale through the nose, when you exhale, closing the mouth, but continuing to constrict the back of the throat as the breath comes out of the nose. Feeling that same constriction. And then seeing if you can maintain that constriction on both the inhale and the exhale. This breath is often called the ocean sounding breath because it can often sound like that in your ears as you breathe in and out. And I encourage you to try to maintain this breath during our practice as we move. It will assist you in maintaining connection between mind, heart, and body. And then when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, reconnecting with the space. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Grabbing the right wrist with the left hand and shifting the hips to the right for a nice side bend. You may want to look underneath that right arm. Continuing your Ujjayi breath. And then on your next inhale, coming back up to center, reaching up nice and tall. Grabbing the right wrist with the left hand, inhaling up, exhaling, shifting the hips to the left. And on your next inhale, coming back up to center, reaching up once again, and then bringing the hands back down to the heart on the exhale. Notice we're taking long inhales and exhales. On your next inhale, arms come up overhead, palms touch. On the exhale, hinging at the hips, flat back as you fold forward, coming all the way down into a forward fold. Allowing your head to hang heavy here. You may want to grab opposite elbows, sway the hips from side to side. Taking a deep inhale, and on the exhale, releasing the hands back down to the mat, noticing if you're able to sink any farther down. Bending the knees as much as you need to be able to grab those big toes. And then on the inhale, straightening those arms to flatten the back. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, flattening the back, straightening the arms. Exhale, fold back down. One more time. Inhale, straightening the arms, flattening the back. Exhale, fold back down. Releasing those toes. On your next inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come all the way around, up and over. Palms touch, hands back to the heart. Let's speed things up just a little bit as we continue to connect our breath and our movement. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come all the way back up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, arms come out wide, up and over, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back on the inhale. Fold back down on the exhale. Arms out wide, up and overhead. Palms touch on the inhale. Hands to the heart on the exhale. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release back down. Stepping the right foot back and then the left foot back to meet it in plank. High push-up plank. We'll take 5 breaths here. Straight line from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Pressing into those hands to push the floor away, engaging that core. 3 more breaths. Trying as much as possible to continue breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Take a deep inhale. Exhale slowly and with control. Release all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet resting on the mat. Inhale, lifting the heart slightly for a baby cobra. Exhale, release back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, release back down. Last time, inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the head. You may press into the hands to come up if that feels good for your low back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, release back down. Tucking the toes, bending the knees, and then pressing the hips up and back into our first downward dog of our practice. Pedaling those feet to walk the dog. Bending one knee and then bending the other. You may want to sway from side to side. And then walking the hands back towards the feet this time, coming into a forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Arms out wide, up and overhead on the inhale. Palms touch, hands to heart on the exhale. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Walk the hands forward into plank. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, bend about halfway down, chaturanga, and then come all the way down to the mat. Hands are underneath the shoulders. On the inhale, press the heart up and look over the right shoulder for a twisted cobra. Exhale, release back down. Let's do that on the left. Inhale, lift up, looking over that left shoulder. Exhale, back down. Inhale, center cobra. Exhale, back down. Tuck the toes, bend the knees, press the hips up and back to downward facing dog. We're starting to warm up just a little bit. On the inhale, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, pressing forward to plank. Inhale, back up to downward dog. So that's going to be our move. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale to plank. Inhale, back to downward dog. Exhale, back to plank. See if you can Add a little bit of a roll in your spine to that. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale to plank. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Hold plank for 2 breaths. And then on your next inhale, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very good. You may want to walk the dog just a little bit here. If your hips are still waking up, that's perfectly fine. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, and then walking up to the front of your mat, back into forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Arms come out wide, palms touch on the inhale. Hands to the heart on the exhale. Let's keep moving. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back into a high runner's lunge. Release the right knee down. Untuck those right toes. And then when you're ready and you feel stable, bring those arms up and overhead. Find your stability here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring those arms behind you, leaning forward. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. Exhale, open those arms out to the right. Inhale, back up overhead. One more time, inhale, the arms back behind you. Exhale, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Tucking those right toes, lifting the right knee, bringing the left foot back to meet the right, into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Lifting that right leg up and behind you, bending the knee, rounding that spine to bring that right foot between the hands, closer to the right hand than to the center of the mat. Releasing that left knee down, untucking those toes. Arms come up and overhead. Breathing here. Taking a deep inhale. On the exhale, releasing the arms behind, leaning forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms open to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms behind again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tucking those left toes, lifting the left knee, bringing that left foot forward to meet the right. Forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Arms up and overhead, palms touch. Hands come to the heart on the exhale. Inhale, arms up. Yep, we're going to keep going. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping the right foot back, keeping the right knee lifted if you can. Otherwise, you can bring that right knee down. We're going to do that same sequence again. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you like you're flying. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open out to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're flying. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Keep going, right foot up. Bring that right foot between the hands. Inhale, up for crescent lunge. Exhale, we're flying. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're twisting to the left. Inhale, arms up. Fly one more time on the exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Arms out wide, up and overhead, palms touch. Hands come to the heart. And breathe. Take a little break here. As much as possible, try to continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You can still breathe deeply even though you're not breathing through your mouth. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Now remember, you can always, anytime that we flow, so what we just did then was what's called a vinyasa flow. You're always welcome to skip that and meet us in downward dog. Okay, right leg up and behind you. Bring that right foot between the hands. Release that left foot down, preparing for warrior two. So the left foot is parallel to the back of the mat. And then on your inhale, cartwheeling those arms up and overhead. Warrior two. Straightening that front leg, that right leg. You may want to bring that left foot in about 6 inches as we move into triangle. So shifting those hips back, right leg is straight, shifting those hips back, 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 back to the back of your room. And then when you can't shift anymore, then you release the arm down. So it's the hips that are driving how far you go. The goal is not to necessarily reach the ground. If you don't have your block nearby, you are going to need it soon, so you might want to pause for a second and grab it. And then we're going to bring that left hand behind the back in a bit of a bind. It can be on your low back. It can be wrapped all the way around, meeting the thigh. It just helps to open that shoulder up. And then bending into that front knee, placing your hand on a block or on the floor. We're going to shift up into half moon. Finding a spot, a drishti, a point of focus, flexing that left foot, finding your balance, and then when you feel stable, lifting that left arm up and overhead. If you fall, it's not a big deal. Keep trying. Concentrate and make sure you're breathing. And then bending that front knee, and with as much grace as you can, releasing that left leg down back into warrior two. Beautifully done. Whatever you did, it was beautiful. On the exhale, releasing that left hand down, bringing the right arm up and overhead for reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Keeping the knee bent this time, shifting the hips back to bring that right arm forward, and then releasing the forearm down to the knee, bringing the left arm over for side angle. And then on your inhale, coming back up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheeling those hands down. Let's flow, stepping back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Let's move to the other side. Lifting the left leg up and behind you. Sometimes it can help to come onto your toes as you're trying to bring that left foot in between the hands. It gives you much more leverage. Releasing the right foot down to the mat, preparing for warrior two. Cartwheel those arms up and overhead. Straightening that left leg. Once again, you can bring that right foot in about 6 inches if that feels better for your hips. Shifting those hips back as though somebody's trying to pull your left arm forward. And then releasing that left arm down. Right arm comes up and overhead. You can look down, you can look straight out, or you can look up at that right hand. And then bringing that right arm behind your back for a nice little bind to open that shoulder. Finding a nice place where it can rest. Bending that left knee, finding a place, a steady place for your hand, and then coming up into half moon on the other side. And then when you feel steady there, bringing that right arm up and overhead. Full concentration required here. Bending that left knee, releasing that right foot back down into warrior two. Beautifully done. Exhale, releasing that right arm down to the leg. Left arm comes up and overhead. Inhale, back to warrior two. Shifting the hips back once again to bring that left arm forward. Left forearm comes to the knee. Right arm comes up and overhead for side angle. And just like in triangle, you're opening that heart up. So you're pressing those shoulders back as you bring that arm overhead. If you're having trouble, you can bind that arm around once again, right, to help keep those shoulders and that heart opening. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Stepping back into plank. You're welcome to flow or meet us in downward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pedaling those feet. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, and then walking, stepping, or jumping to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, come up all the way overhead. Palms touch, hands come to the heart. Guess what? We're going to do that again, and we're going to do it a little bit faster. Second time is always a charm. Okay, here we go. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, fold. Stepping back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, the right foot up and back. Exhale, bring that right foot through and release that left foot down. Inhale, arms up and over for warrior two. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Take an inhale here, shifting those hips back. Exhale, release the hands down. 2 breaths here. Taking an inhale, binding that arm around on the exhale. Bending the knee on the inhale. Exhale, lifting up. Half moon. Inhaling the other arm up and overhead. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale here. One more inhale. Bending the knee on the exhale, releasing back down. Warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel down. Stepping back into plank on the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the left leg up on the inhale. Exhale, bring the left leg through. Release the right foot down. Inhale for warrior two. We're moving now. Exhale, straighten that leg, shift the hips. Inhale here. Exhale for triangle. Inhale here. Exhale, bind that arm around your back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, preparing for half moon. Inhale, and then on the exhale, shifting up. Taking a deep inhale and exhale here. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, bringing that arm up and overhead, congratulating yourself for wherever you are today. The distance you have traveled just in these 30 minutes is great. Bending the knee, coming back to warrior two. Inhaling here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel down, flow again. Back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up and overhead, palms touch, hands come to the heart. Breathe here, very nice, good job. Keep trying as much as you can to continue to inhale and exhale through the nose, holding on to that heat that you've built up in your body, letting it push you through for the second half of our practice. We've already been practicing for 30 minutes. Staying in the present. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, bending the knees, shifting the hips down to come to sit into your chair. Arms are strong. Feet are pressing into the mat, so you should be able to feel your feet pressing down into the mat. You should feel engagement in the thighs as well. Breathing. Allowing yourself to be in this moment. Not in the past, not in the future, right here. Bringing the hands together at the heart. Grounding into that left foot, lifting the right foot up off the mat to make a figure four. So letting that right ankle rest on the left knee as you're continuing to bend, three-legged chair. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do now is you're going to continue to ground into that left foot, taking that right foot up off the left knee, but keeping it up in the air, and then slowly extending it back, warrior three. Keep that foot flexed in order to help keep those hips down. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, releasing the hands down, coming into a standing split. And then bending that front knee to let that right leg foot come down into a high runner's lunge. Inhale the arms up and overhead. I know you're feeling it in that left thigh. Keep going. Exhale, release those hands back down. Grounding into that right hand, lift the left arm up and overhead. Exhale, release that hand back down. Stepping back into plank, we're flowing again. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands. Walking, stepping, or jumping to the top of your mat into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come back up for chair. We're moving right to the other side. Grounding into the right foot this time. Bringing the left foot into a four. One-legged chair. Hands come to the heart. And then with as much as control as you can muster, bringing that left leg, that left ankle off the right knee, and then slowly shifting that leg back. Flexing that foot. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, releasing the hands down for a standing split. And then bending the knee, releasing that left foot down into high runner's lunge at the back of your mat. Inhale the hand up and overhead. Taking a breath here. I don't know about you, but I am sweating. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands down, grounding into the left hand this time. Right arm goes up and overhead. Right? Notice multiple times we're doing these actions that ask us to open our hearts up to the sky, right? Pressing those shoulders back. So you can always take the hand behind the back if that helps you to keep that shoulder open. Exhale, release that hand down. Stepping the right foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Bending the knees, looking between the hands, walking, stepping, or jumping to the top of your mat into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms come back up one more time into chair. I know. It's almost rest time. Pressing into those feet, and then on your inhale, as you press into the feet, bringing the arms all the way up overhead, palms touch, hands come to the heart, and we breathe. Y'all did it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sometimes the distance that we're trying to travel has nothing to do with physical distance. It's the distance between I can and I can't. So even though I can't see you, I can feel your energy, and I know you're giving it everything you have, and continuing to encourage yourself, knowing that wherever you are today is right where you're supposed to be. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping back into plank. Last flow of the practice. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale for downward dog. Bringing the hands about 12 inches in. Taking that, grounding into the left hand, lifting that right hand up off the mat and grabbing the outside of the left ankle for a one-armed dog. You should feel a nice stretch in the left hip. Releasing that right hand, bringing that right hand back to the mat, grounding into the right hand this time, lifting the left arm up, grabbing the outside of the right ankle. You may want to look underneath the right arm, looking up at the sky. Continuing to press those hips back. That's how you get the engagement in the hips. Bringing that left hand back to meet the right. Releasing the knees down to the mat, taking the knees as wide as the mat, big toes touching, hips come to the heels, forehead comes to the earth, child's pose. Pressing into the hands on your inhale, bringing your body back up. Swinging the legs around to come to sit on your bottom. Scooting so that your feet are all the way at the top of your mat. Legs are straight out, feet are flexed. Bringing that the bottom of the right foot to meet the left thigh, so we're bending the knee. And talk about distance. The distance from my head to that foot could be, as far as I'm concerned, that's 1,000,000 miles away. But my goal is to get a little bit closer. So we're taking an inhale, lifting up, placing our hands on the mat. And on the exhale, we're just going to walk our hands forward just a little bit, keeping the spine as neutral as possible, right? So we're not trying to bring our head down. We're trying to bring our chest forward. Inhale, lifting. You may have a little bit more in you. Exhale, walk forward a little bit more. You could stay right here. Inhale, lift. You might have a little bit more. Exhale, come forward. And you'll keep doing that same thing until you reach your edge. And once you reach your edge, then you release the head down. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And finally open the mouth and let it all out. One more time, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. And then with care and control, walk the hands back up towards the body. And now bringing that left hand to the inside of the left calf. Bringing the right arm up, we lift up, and then on the exhale, we bring that right arm over our heads for a nice stretch of the side. You can't, if it feels good for you, you can wrap your hand around the bottom of that foot. It's just wherever your body is. Just as much as possible, once again, right? We're twisting that heart open. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. And then on your inhale, bringing yourself back up to center, bringing that right arm back down to the earth. Using the right hand to help that right knee up, stretching that leg out, shaking the legs a little bit to release any tension before we move to the other side. And then bending the left knee, bringing the left foot to meet the right thigh. Making sure that we're first sitting up straight. Notice that my right foot is flexed. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, shifting forward, hinging at those hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift forward. And once again, continuing to do that same process until you reach your edge. And then letting yourself fold forward. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth inside out. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth inside out. Releasing the hands back to the mat, slowly walking the hands back up towards the body. Bringing the right hand to the inside of the right calf. Left arm comes behind you. Inhale the arm up. Exhale overhead. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it all go. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it all go. And then on your inhale, bring the arm back up overhead. Left arm comes down. And then it helps that left knee up. Straighten that leg. Shake those legs out. And now bending the knees, bringing the feet to the mat. We're going to do a seated pigeon. So you're going to bring the hands behind you, right? Palms, fingers pointing towards the back of the mat. And then you're going to bring that right ankle to the left knee, right? Now, if this is way too much engagement for you, you can always come to lay completely on your back, right? Or you can find kind of a position that you're far enough back that you feel engagement, but you're not in pain, right? Now, if you want more engagement, you can always move that left foot forward, right? Because that's going to bring that right hip forward towards you. So you have to find the position that works best for you. And we're just going to stay here and breathe. You should feel a lot of engagement in that right hip. I feel like so many yoga poses are such great examples of the fact that distance cannot be measured in miles, right? Because the difference in what I feel in my hip, if I move my feet even 2 inches closer to my body, is tremendous, right? So we have to rethink about how we see distance, right? Every little thing matters, right? It's little degrees of movement, whether those are physical movements or mental shifts, right? Those little degrees add up over time to big changes in our lives. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it all go. Deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and let it all go. And then with care and compassion, release that right foot back down to the mat, rocking the hips. Those knees get rocked from side to side to move those hips. And then we move to the other side. So now bringing that left ankle to the right knee. As I always say, the 2 sides of our body are not the same. So it's perfectly fine if you have to adjust slightly for this side, right? You know your body. Could be that this side is tighter, it could be that this side is looser. But find the right position for yourself that gives you the engagement that you're looking for. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth inside out. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth inside out. And then releasing that left foot down, shifting the knees from side to side. And then straightening those legs, coming back up to sitting. Before we move all the way to our back, we're going to do a little bit of core work. So bringing the feet up off the mat, bending the knees, coming into boat pose, right? Arms can come out by your side. You can also have your legs straight if you want that kind of engagement for your core. You find what works for you. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, come slowly down, but don't come all the way down. Engage that core. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale up for 3. Back down. Inhale up for 2. Back down. Inhale up for 1. Back down. Hold, hold, hold as much as you can down. And then release your body all the way down to the mat. That should feel nice to finally let it all go down at the mat. Hugging the knees into the chest, rocking from side to side. Giving the spine a nice massage. You may want to make circles with the knees in one direction or the other to be able to massage different parts of the spine. And then bringing the feet back to the mat, lifting the hips, shifting the knees about 2 inches to the right, allowing the knees to fall to the left, bringing the arms out wide, either in goalpost or in a T shape, looking over that right arm. If this is too much engagement in your groin, you can always place a pillow between your knees. Also, if a twist is not okay for your back, you can always come just to lay completely on your side. Take care of your body. And then when you're ready, inhaling those knees back up to center. Shifting the hips to the left this time, allowing the knees to release down to the right. Looking over that left shoulder. And then inhaling those knees back up to center. Straightening out those hips, hugging the knees into the chest one more time. Rocking from side to side. And then lifting the head, making a tiny ball with your body, squeezing everything together. And then when you're ready, releasing the legs down the mat, arms come down by your side into Shavasana. As always, you're welcome to place a bolster or a pillow or a blanket underneath your knees. You're welcome to cover yourself with your blanket. If you have an eye pillow, you can cover your eyes with your eye pillow. Just making yourself comfortable as we allow all the work that we've done to settle into the body through stillness. Letting the body absorb everything you've done on your mat so that you're able to take it with you as you go back into your day. Noticing any places where you can let go. Bringing your attention back into the space. Reconnecting with your body. Noticing any sounds inside your space. Noticing the sounds outside. Waking yourself up. Wiggling your fingers. Wiggling your toes. Rotating your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then in the other. Just beginning to bring movement back into the body. Reaching the arms up and overhead, pointing the toes for a nice long body stretch. Flexing the feet, clasping the hands, reversing the hands up for a nice stretch in the other direction. Maybe moving from side to side. Hugging the knees into the chest once again, rocking from side to side. And then rocking onto your favorite side, making a pillow with your hands. Taking one last moment here to reconnect with the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Noticing how much distance you have traveled just in this last hour. And then pressing your hand into the mat to bring yourself back up into a nice, easy seat. Easy being whatever that means for you right now. Hands come together at the heart, lifting the heart into the hands, bowing the head towards the heart. We'll close our practice with 2 collective breaths. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out. Deep inhale through the nose, opening the mouth and sighing it out. It has been my honor, as always, to practice with you. May you be happy. May you remain healthy. And may you always know peace. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me today. I'll see you next time.